Hello, welcome back to Funtime Crafts 24/7. This is a Let's Make video, and what we're using today are the Griffin, wait for it, Anniversary Paper Tricks Embossing Folders. Look at these gorgeous things. Aren't they wonderful? They are so stinking fun to play with too. And so this is an example of them used on a card. This one here is a rosette die. This is like, I think this one's called like the fancy rosette. Wait for it. Oh, where are you, fancy rosette? I think that's what it is. Yeah, fancy folded rosette is this one. Has a little distressed edging there. This is a china cabinet die. And then I've used the, this is the pleated, fancy folded smocked border is this one. This one is the fancy folded box pleated border, and then this one here is the, nope, it's not the two-way, it's this one right here, is the diagonal border, the gold one down here. And so I've just combined them with the china cabinet dies, some of the china cabinet flowers and corners and whatnot, and then the china cabinet paper. Made my own card base because I didn't have a side folding 5x7 card. And so I just kind of ad-libbed it. I took a piece of this paper here and cut a strip out there. Then I also, it's scrapbook paper, 12x12. So I went ahead and made a matching card base so it looked kind of seamless on the back. And this is what it looks like on the inside. And thought that came out really pretty, really fun. And those paper tricks embossing folders just add so much dimension and texture. They're beautiful, and they are really fun. This is just a mammoth card design. It's so thick and delicious. It's just lush. Really nice in its layers. And there is, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe these are 7 because they are overlapping that little sentiment there. Maybe that's my 7. And look how gorgeous 7 layers is. 7 layers of Anna. Beautiful. Okay, and that's what we're playing with today. So there's that. That's our little, we're not recreating that. I was basically going to fold these up and then make a quick card with the china cabinet set. And, oh, and on the back, so like these are your examples. On the back, it actually gives you an example of what each of the folders actually does. So yeah, super fun, but I'll show you how to fold them up here. And so this one here uses the 3/4 inch rosette folder, this giant behemoth here. I just cut it down to 1 and 3/4 inch wide, and so it makes about a 3-inch rosette. When you do that, just a strip and run it through. So easy peasy, and that's how chunky and thick that is. Really nice right there. So these folders, you don't actually, these 2 wider ones, you don't actually have to use this full width. It's nice because you can actually cut multiple strips down to make larger and larger rosettes. But the thing is the width of your strip is going to determine the diameter, for the most part, of your rosette. So since this was like, I think it was like 1.5 inches. Let's measure. 1.5 inches, you end up with a 3-inch rosette. So there is that. So like basically this is basically makes a 5.5 inch. So this would be an 11-inch rosette if you used the whole thing. And you multiplied it, like you did it twice. Because generally when you do a rosette, you want to run it twice. You want 2 12-inch strips, and that's what this is. This is 2 12-inch strips. Basically, when you do a rosette, you glue the ends together. Well, I'll show you how to do it. You can do it with 1, because that's what we're going to do is with 1, but it's really tight. So, but they're really pretty. So yeah, so we're going to start with this one. This is the pleated rosette and border. I'm not going to fold the entire thing with you, but I'll do some of it and then I'll fold the rest of it off camera. But anyhow, you can either start up or down. I generally start down and then go up. And so you're just mountain valley folding this entire thing. And it doesn't have to be, creased or burnished really well. You just have to fold it on the score or embossing lines until you get basically all the way to the end. And Well, maybe I won't fold it off camera because it legitimately goes so fast. These embossing folders make it so stinking easy. And so you do want to also do that tiny little one down there, because now what you're going to do is you're going to come over here and you're going to glue these two together. Oh, and it's easier if you use a hot glue gun to put these together as well. And you do need a circle punch. You do actually need a circle punch, but I'm going to go ahead and art glitter glue these together. And that one there, I'm going to put underneath, and then I'm going to take the end and I'm going to put it over onto this big one onto that big one. And then just squish them, line them up edge to edge, and then squeeze and press them together like so. And then let that sit up for just a second so it can adhere properly. And then let me grab a punch too. Hold on one sec. Okay, so I've got that all done. And so now we're going to squish it down onto this 1 3/4 inch circle punch of cardstock. And that's to hold this all down and together into the shape of the rosette. And so you're basically just going to push it down. I've already pushed it down. It's a little wily at first because it is just one piece. But if this was actually two glued together, it would be easier to push down into the center. The other thing you want to take note is that the cut edge that we, folded the other one over onto the top of is down. I didn't use the side that was up because it generally looks nicer when the pleated side is down. The cut side is down. So just that. I just like to be mindful of that is all. And so then what you're going to do is you're going to center this. Well, actually, you're going to put hot glue on there. You don't need too much. That's kind of a lot. But then you're going to center this over the top of your circle, and you're just going to push to the middle, push it down into the center, and then you're going to push everything to the middle, like the outside edges, not making sure not to like push it too hard, but firmly into the center and push down. And then you're just going to hold it for a second. And that is going to be a rosette. Yeah, generally hot glue goes pretty quick. Yeah, there you go. That's a rosette. And you generally don't see the back of this, but if you did, well, hopefully your centering was good. Mine isn't always like, and this circle honestly was too big. It should have been this same size here, but it's what I had. You can't see it though, like, it's okay. And I'm not going to use this actually, so yeah, but how cool, right? That is super, super fun. And so that's the first one. Now, the next one we get to play with is this fancy folded diagonal border. And this one is actually really simple. And this one is the diagonal border. Yeah, it just goes, you fold it toward you first and then away from you. Toward you and then away from you. And it's literally, you do this all the way down. And you don't have to start this way. You could go away from you and then toward you, that kind of thing. But that's what this one does. And it is really fun. And you can add these on all kinds of projects. On this, I actually used this one. This is my gold layer. I cut this in half on my guillotine trimmer. Cut it in half, and then I hot glued. All this stuff is hot glued down. I hot glued it all down because it is so thick. Paper tricks are really thick, so in order to get it to lay really nice, I just hot glued it. But before that, though, I stuck this in my trimmer, held it down with the trimmer bar, and then whacked it in half. And so that makes a fun thing to put on your card. It doesn't have to be so thick. You could actually, though, use this on your card, and you just trim it at the top and the bottom of, the outside of the card to make it fit. So then there's that one. That's this one. So this is the fancy folded smocked border. And this is the one with the pleats in it. And I actually use it upside down. I really like it upside down. But it doesn't go the way that I thought it should go. So basically this one is the same way. You fold it. Or no. Yeah. You fold it toward you. Then away from you. Then toward you. Away from you. And then toward you. And then what you end up with is a pleat on the top like that. And like that is super cute, right? I used mine like this, upside down, which I thought was cute, because then it gave me a place to put stuff. I could like hot glue stuff to the top of it. But you could use it either way. This is the way it's intended. So towards you, away from you, towards you, away from you, towards you for your next one. And ta-da. Same thing all the way down. Toward you, away from you, toward you. And then toward you. Yeah. Ta-da. And then, yeah. See how easy that is? It's the score lines. They make it a piece of cake. And then press. And then look at that funness, right? And the cool thing about this is how this is made. Is it's made to be glued kind of like that at the top. Like you do it like that. And then you get these fun little pleats. Like that. And you can actually make this, manipulate this to go around something like I did on my other card. And this is just beautiful. Or you could use it this way. Same thing. Like, still, that's so pretty, isn't it? Yeah. So that's that one. This is an interesting one. Now, I didn't do it as wide as the folder, so we're gonna see how this one works out. Basically, this one makes these right here. It makes these airplane-looking banners. What is it called? Fancy Banner and Corner embossing folder is what it's called. And so it makes these. They're like little airplane-looking things, but it's like got two banner tails, and it makes a corner embellishment. It's like really pretty. But you don't have to use it, specifically on a corner. Like I could have put this like here and embellished on, on the top of it, one on each side, like that. See? And put my circle in the center, embellished it with flowers and stuff, and how fun is that? But that's kind of how those are made. However, the fun thing is, so you're supposed to cut this and trim these out. But let's fold it up first. So then, so this goes there again toward you, or away from you on the bottom. So toward you, and then away from you on the next one. Toward you, and then away from you on the next one. And then there's a wide one. See how there's a wide one in the center? That's this one. You're going to go from that point. When you get to the wide one, you're done. And you're going to go down, away from you, and then toward you, and then away from you, and then toward you. So it makes that fun little corner embellishment like that. See? And I'm using white core cardstock, sorry about that, which gives you a distressed look. That's why it's not so sharp, because it's actually technically ripping there. But it doesn't bother me, so we're going to go, toward you, away from you, toward you, away from you, and then you get to the wide part. Then away from you, toward you, away from you, and then toward you. And that's the end, like that. So then what you're technically supposed to do is cut this in half and then trim out your tails. So let's trim the tails out, because I thought actually this would be really cool as the bottom, an embellishment to the bottom of a card, if you use it exactly the way it is. You're actually supposed to cut the emboss lines off to make it look nicer. Like that, see? But like, right? How cute is that? So I'm going to actually fix mine. So I'm going to just cut up a little bit higher and then cut towards the corner and make that look better. Because I embossed it crooked. So this is what, but look how that, won't this be cute? Won't that be cute on a little card? I wonder if it'd fit on a 5x7. Like down here. Not quite. It's not. It's almost there though. Like you could almost use that. Because this is smaller. So if I would have cut it down even like just a hair narrower, we could have used it. Because this was really wide. It wouldn't fit on when I cut it like the full width. But anyhow, like how cute is that? So then technically you're supposed to now cut this in half. And it gives you two. And so then you cut the emboss line off. At least that's what I do, because it looks nicer if you cut the outside of the, see, like, how nice is that, right? Isn't that the cutest thing? It's like a little paper airplane. Like, right? So cute. So there's the next one. So that is that one. And let's see. Then there is this fancy folded rosette. Okay, so now what you want to do with this one is, let's start on the big side. Okay, so the trick too to this one is you can go longer on here, but you do not want to go longer here. Like, you don't want your paper, when it's in here embossing, you don't want it to be past the little points there. You can be right at the little points, but not past, because what happens is when you go to do the pleat at the end of the rosette, it looks janky and it doesn't hardly want to fold. It's really hard. So what you want to do first is you want to start, whether you go forward or back, it doesn't matter, but you want to fold all the parallel ones first and then go back and do the pleats. At least that's how I do it. Let's see. And so then this is just there again, mountain valley, all the way down. And then because I'm using that same white core cardstock for these, it's because I happen to have it out is why. These might tear a little, or look, the white might show through because it'll be cracked. Whoops. Yeah, all the way down, mountain, valley, back and forth on every line, back and forth, every one, easy peasy. And then this is technically where I would actually probably cut it off. Yeah, so then what you want to do is, I'm actually going to cut mine here. And I'm going to cut it on that side of the emboss line. And that's so when I go over the top of it with this one, it will join nice. So then we're just going to glue these. Oh, no, we have to do the pleats. So now what you want to do is, you're going to take and you're going to do like a little, if you just push down in the center on the emboss line, it'll go down and then you just squeeze. So then you're just going to push, kind of hold a group of them together, push down on that middle emboss line, and then squeeze it together. And then push down, squeeze it together. And that's how I got my pleats. So then you kind of move over and grab a couple more, and then push down on the middle and squeeze, push down on the middle and squeeze, scoot over a couple more little pleats there. You still want the one before though. So then push down in the middle and squeeze. Oh. Squeeze it. You can squeeze a group of them together. Squeeze a group of them together. See, push down and then squeeze. Push down and then squeeze. And then scooch over. So push down on the middle and squeeze. Down and squeeze. And if you go past, that's where it gets janky, is like that corner on the end doesn't want to fold at all, because there's nothing to end. Like, there's no ending emboss line. Whoops. And squeeze. Move down, push the middle, squeeze. Oh, whoops. Move down, push the middle, whoops. Push down. Hey. There, squeeze. And then push down, and squeeze. Ta-da! And then push down. And that is it. And that is all. Alright, there it is. Look how fun is that, right? Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to roll it over and you want to glue this one on top of that one. Okay. And then let me get another one. Yep, just like that. And this one is directional for a rosette. This one is directional for a rosette. So obviously the little, the little pleats go up. So you're going to want to put the pleats upside down like this and then push in like this to get your pleats to come out. So that way, so upside down, the flat ones up, and then push the flat ones down into the center like that. And then that's what that's going to look like. How fun, right? But let me get a thing. Hold on. I need a backer piece. Hold on. Okay, so same thing like the other one. You want to center this over, and I would just practice too. And I eyeball it in the middle and make sure this is centered over the top of your backer circle, and kind of practice a little. And then scooch it over and then put some hot glue on. I just turned it on. It's not really hot enough, but it's fine for paper. So then what we're going to, so center it up and push the flat pieces down into the middle and hope it's centered. You could pick it up and move it if you can. Yeah, see? If you want it to look nice on the back. And then look, how cute! Isn't that adorable? Like super, super cute. This one is a little distressed because it's white core, so it's cracked a little. But I totally don't mind that because like when I use them, like in the china cabinet, it looks antique-y. I think it's fun and adds a little antique-y vibe. See, now you can see it now that I pointed it out. And see, and then this part here is crooked. Whoopsie. I hot glued this down and I wasn't fast enough because it got stuck here. And when I went to shift it, it had already glued itself down. I couldn't do anything about it. So I just kind of put a flower on it. But right, how cute. So there's 2 little rosettes. Okay, so 2 more. So this one is the fancy folded box pleated border and embossing folder. So this one is a fun one. So it goes toward you, away from you, and then you have a big space, and then you go down or away from you, and then back towards you. And it creates a fun little box pleat. So then it goes towards you and then away from you. Then you have a wide one, then down and toward you. And then you see, like you get the little box pleats. So, toward you on the next one and then away from you. So away from you and then toward you. And then toward you and away from you. And then away from you and toward you. You're just going the opposite of every other one. So then toward you, away, and then toward you. And then that's what that looks like. Like super cute, right? And this you can actually squish all the way down. Like that. It's nice when you can keep it like on a scrapbook page probably and you get all that dimension because you got the height of all of that. Yeah, on a card you're already getting 7 layers of anise, so you kind of want it smaller, and on a card you want it shorter too. So you could probably do something like that. Like how cute is that though? Like isn't that adorable? Yeah. Okay, so there is that one. And now last but not least, this is the fancy folded 2-way border embossing folder. Okay, so this one is you're going to go, yeah, because that is what is going to be on the top. So you're going to go toward you and then away from you. Then you're going to go away from you and toward you. And then you're going to go toward you and away from you. It's the opposite 1, 2. So then you're going to go away from you and then toward you. And then it's going to look like that. And now this is the one I actually throw an extra because this is so wide. I actually sometimes throw an extra in here. But you could leave it like this and then also cut it in half and use it that way. You could use it like this, and I thought you could even put rub-ons on the top of the top of the pleats there. That would be really pretty, right? And could be a focal point even. So yeah, but that's how that one works. They're just so pretty. Okay, so now let's make a card with some of this stuff. So what, actually, hang on one sec. Let me clear this away and grab some stuff to make a card. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I have a start of something. So I have a pink card base, and this is the same pink I've been making all the rosettes out of, or not rosettes, the paper tricks folders out of. So just a 5x7 card base. This is a china cabinet layering piece that I've cut down to 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. I'm going to put that right on top of there. This is an oval card-centric compendium die cut out in Anna Griffin Matte Gold. I want to put there. And then I was thinking that I want to pop this. This one is the... Oh, what is this one called? Fancy folded. Fancy folded. Hang on. Wait for it. It's not this one. It's this one. Oh, box pleated border one is the one I want to put in the center. And then I embossed this 7" by 3/4 inch Anna Griffin Matte Gold. I thought I could put there. I trimmed this off of the edge, and so I thought I might be able to use that there. And then I was thinking something, and some flowers. We definitely need some flowers. And so let me just start popping all these elements down. And let's see where we end up, huh? Just using my art glitter glue and just gonna glue this straight down. And it's just paper. You don't need a whole lot. It's just a card. So center it up. Boom. There we go. Pretty, pretty. I like it. Gonna put some... I think I'm just gonna go right down the center of this. I know you're not gonna see that for the most part. But I don't want wrinkles in the rest of it just in case you end up seeing that. So we're going to center this up. And we're going to, center that up. That looks good. Hold that down for a second. And then this is where we need the hot glue. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run a bead of glue at the top up here. And try to run this right down the center of the card, pressing it all down while still folding it like this. And then it ends up being about 7 inches long, it looks like. I think that's going to be pretty cool. So let's see what we can do there. So it's hot glue. You just need a little bit. You don't need a whole bunch, but you do have to go fast. That is like mandatory when you're messing around with hot glue. Lord willing, though, oh, come on. We can always cut it off, too. You don't worry about that. Okay. I think we got it, though. Hey, that isn't so bad. I think that is going to work just fine. And so this is 7 inches. So this will still, oh yeah. These are just little glue. So let me trim this off at the bottom and see what that looks like. And then we'll glue that piece on the top of these. So let's get some scissors. Let's do this. Oh yeah, that looks good still. And so let's go ahead and run this. Oh yeah, look how pretty that is. That looks really nice. I think... Oh, I don't actually need glue for this. Or hot glue, rather. Let's go ahead and line it up in the center with the top and the bottom of the card. Right? Oh, look how pretty that is. And I'm just going to art glitter glue this on. I don't need to... Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. Okay, so now let's run this down the center. And I think that is nice. Alright, hey, that plan came together. That worked out great. Alright. Okay, so we'll just let that do that. Oh yeah, okay, so now let's get some flowers. Alright, we definitely need some flowers, so we need to embellish this with flowers. We need to pop some flowers under there. and maybe do something with this. I don't know if we're going to keep it or not, but let's give it a whirl. So let me mess around with some flowers really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I got it. So I added these corners, and then these couple flowers to the corners, and then these little schwags here. I don't know where I was at. These schwags here, the roses here, and that is what is going to go around the white layer here. And then we're going to pop that on top. Then we're going to do these on a diagonal and then pop the sentiment in the center. And I think that is going to be really, really nice. So let's go ahead and try to... Oh, but we didn't... Could we... Well, actually, what if we were really fun with these little corner banner ones, right? And because we're trying to use these little paper tricks. That was the whole idea of the video. I wonder if I could do that. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Hold on. What do we think of that? Does it look like a spaceship? Or frogs? Looks like a frog, doesn't it? Okay, forget it. Forget it. We're calling it. This video is already like, 30 minutes. Okay, let's call it. Okay. So basically what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and pop that in the center. Ooh, pretty. With some of this. Our glitter glue. Dun. We're going to go like so. Right in the center. Oh, no, that's a lie. Oopsie. We want to put this up on dimensionals. Because we're going to put some flowers under it. Hang on. Hopefully these will be okay. I'm just going to put a couple like there. Kind of in the same spot. Okay, but in the center, here we go. Square it up. Right about there. Hopefully I left enough room for these. Right here. These up here. Hopefully. Okay, well, let's just get these down here. See what happens. And then layer the other ones on top. Gosh, look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, these just gorgeous. And these are the china cabinet flowers. Is what these are. And a china cabinet, corner dies, china cabinet. These are china cabinet embellishments. I don't know if I said. I know I didn't show it. Sorry about that. Kind of ran out of room on the table. So we're going to put these under here as well. And this up here, right? Okay, yeah. So let's go ahead and pop those down. Yeah, I think that's going to be nice. Oh, come on. Get them just finagled just so. Yeah, that looks cool. And this one. Oops, got to get our little corners down. Oh, so they quit slipping and sliding, you know? What do we think about that? Oh, no. Maybe here? That looks good, right? I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so then that goes there. So let's go ahead and put this down. And we're just going right on top. In the center like so. Let's glue these down. And these are going right to the green. Just on the edge of the green. Like that. I thought that was prettier than putting it all the way out on the outside of the edge of the pink. And this is just paper. You really don't need a lot of glue. Yeah, you don't need a lot. Okay, little there. All right, we're almost done. That was fun. Yeah, these add quite a lot of texture and dimension and fun. I really like using these paper tricks and cards and stuff. So not just for scrapbooking, but all kinds of stuff, you know. And so let's get these here. Yeah, and that boxed pleated one is really pretty too. Probably should have done it in like maybe some pink pearlescent paper or something, huh? That would have made it a little bit more fun. Could have done that. All right, next time, note to self, pearlescent paper. So then let's pop that up there where that guy goes. I think it's where we wanted this one, right? Oh, oops. I think we were going about there, weren't we? Yeah, I think it was going to go about there. Was it? Or there? Oh, maybe there. Okay. And then I think this one was going down here. Yeah, that one was going there. Like that. Oh yeah, look how pretty. So pretty. Okay, there. And then these, I'm pretty sure we're just going right here. Right? Yeah, that looks about right, right? That looks good still, don't you guys think? What do you guys think? Right? That looks great, right? I think that'll do. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, we don't have time to be monkeying around, huh? Alright. Oh my goodness. Ah, these flowers are beautiful. Yeah, you can't get enough of Anna flowers. Hopefully that was in the right spot. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. Now what do you think? That looks good right there, doesn't it? I think we're going to stick. I don't know where it's going, so I'm just putting it all over. Like where it's going to fall. Ah, there we go. I think that's it. That's all I got. What do you guys think? What do you think of the paper tricks? What do you think of the card? Like, all that dimension. And then look at that pleat right there. Like, how nice is that, right? Like, really, really fun. Just adds a whole nother layer of dimension. I just think that is super, super fun. Yeah, really cool. Wish I could have used more than just the one in this card, but kind of out of time and whatnot. So didn't want to make it too long, and it's already, yeah. All right, here it is. That's my card. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Oh, and yeah, so like this next weekend is Easter. Super exciting. If I don't see you before, I hope you guys have a terrific week. Have a wonderful holiday. Thanks so much for hanging out. Happy Easter and happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.